let's talk about Kashmir and your experience. You've interacted with so many, especially youngsters. What do you think is your hope for how the Kashmir situation here on goes? Because for me, the biggest difference I saw was I entered into the most sensitive lanes this time for election season. I had these youngsters, teenagers who came up to me, so patriotic. They wanted to add to the difference that was happening in Kashmir. They wanted to contribute. They wanted to take India's name ahead. And they wanted this normalcy to continue. But I'm also so, I know how uncertain Kashmir can be. Do you think youth, that age group, is our hope for Kashmir, for India, and that's how everyone should be ensuring they get the opportunities and the normalcy that they deserve? Do you think they are the ones who are going to lead on to the difference?
Absolutely, and I surely hope so, because we have to engage with the mind space of the youth.
What do you mean by that?
Okay, I'll just come. You remember some leaders, I mean, I'll name it, Mehbooba Mufti said, if Article 370 is tampered with, there will be nobody to hold the tricolour. 5 years down the lane, not only there is a tricolour on top of Lal Chowk, but we see every Republic Day and Independence Day being celebrated with gusto, with a lot of tricolours around.
And voluntarily.
And voluntarily. Like you met youth, Kashmiri Muslim, who I remember seeing in your interviews, who come out and speak openly.
Yes.
The things that we have discussed a little while ago, that how normalcy is returning in Kashmir. I think the youth today, who have tasted the peace dividend, would want this state of affairs to continue, and not that state of affairs where schools were not running, where there were bands and hartals and stone pelting at the drop of the hat, and markets were closed, and every time you had to put the shutters down. Nobody wants that. So I think we need to engage with the mind space of the youth, because for two reasons. Firstly, you cannot change the mindsets of those who are now in their middle age, because they have been only through those protests and runs. And as these youth, today's youth, are the leaders of tomorrow. We have to engage with them, because change will be brought about by them. And that's where I hold out hope that with an elected government in place, which is yet unburdened by the security, responsibility of the security of the state. So they could actually get back to an outreach, administrative reforms, and try and resolve the alienation and the problems of the youth.
For Lance Naik, Nazir Wani, and many like him, many unknown heroes, may not be faces. How has your interaction been like in those few sentences for those, because there has to be a message sent across that there are so many individual Kashmiri Muslims who've taken so much risk, whether they are as soldier in uniform or otherwise. What has been your interaction with Nazir Wani, for example, and others, and what do you want to say to those watching?
I would say that in Jammu and Kashmir Light Infantry Regiment, or any other army unit where there are Kashmiri Muslims, you don't look over your shoulder and see whether he is a Muslim or a Kashmiri. If you are expecting fire support or a logistic support or any kind of coordination or synergy, it is one soldier is as good as the other. But when you take Nazir Wani specifically, or such soldiers, in my regiment, or the number of Kashmiri soldiers who've got awards and accolades, it is really something is very inspirational. In every Rashtriya Rifle Battalion, there are a few soldiers from Jammu and Kashmir Light Infantry Regiment, my regiment. And they are always found in the commanding officer's QRT, the quick reaction team, or the company commander's, team commander's quick reaction team. They are always there as interpreters, as generating intelligence and participating in operations. They actually have a very big chunk of gallantry medals because of that. So the sentence that I would like to end by, and which I've written here also, obviously prominently, to say that I have been trying to convince the soldiers also, and I tell the country, every Kashmiri Muslim with a beard is not a terrorist. Just like every soldier, I convince the other side, every soldier with an AK rifle is not your enemy. He's there to help you.
There to help you, they are your friend. Thank you for the general reminiscing with me. I
Thank
appreciate it. So that's the book. He's written, A General Reminiscence, True Story of a Terrorist Turned Hero. We need more stories to help everyone understand in Kashmir and outside about what really is happening and how many of these faces, sometimes unknown, are keeping Kashmir safe and secure and to ensure Pakistan never succeeds.